It is Tuesday, October 8th. I am Jill Wagner. The search is underway for what sparked a deadly house fire in Seaford. Firefighters pulled an 85-year-old man from his burning home on Crescent Cove Drive last night. Police say he was trapped on the second story by the flames. He was pronounced dead at the hospital just after midnight. We're tracking Hurricane Milton as it barrels toward Florida. Milton is now a Category 4 hurricane, but it is expected to rebound to a Category 5 later today. The latest forecast has it making landfall tomorrow night or early Thursday morning in the Tampa Bay area. Thousands are evacuating ahead of Milton's arrival, and it comes as residents are still dealing with the aftermath of Hurricane Helene.
We just went through Helene. A lot of people on the Sun Coast saw some significant storm surge. This has the potential to be much more significant than that and life-threatening.
Tampa International and Sarasota Bradenton International airports will be suspending operations today. Long Islanders came together to remember those killed a year ago in the Hamas attack in Israel. Over 1,000 people attended this ceremony at Eisenhower Park last night. They marked the attack that claimed more than 1,200 Israeli lives. More than 250 people were taken hostage, including Plainview native Omer Nutra.
I stared deep into the eyes of monsters that took 1,200 lives and took hostage 250 more. I stared into the eyes of monsters that my friend, our friend Omer Nutra, has now stared into for an entire year.
At Stony Brook University, about 30 people gathered for a pro-Palestinian vigil. Attendees held Justice for Palestine signs.
Over the past year, Palestinians have been facing, a dire situation, and we just want people to come together and realize that.
You can read more about how Long Islanders marked October 7th on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the NewsdayTV video box. Only in Newsday, 181 seniors are in limbo after a deal to keep their Port Washington retirement community open fell apart. The prospective buyer of the Harborside terminated a $104 million sale agreement. They say they've waited more than 9 months for the required approvals from state regulators and don't know if they'll get them. A letter obtained by Newsday shows that the Department of Health turned down the proposed sale because of a lack of information provided by the buyer. Food Bazaar has arrived in Hempstead. The grocery chain opened a store at the former Stop and Shop on Fulton Avenue late last month. It specializes in international food and specialty products. Aaron Judge and the Yankees offense looked lethargic in their Game 2 loss to the Royals. Eric Boland is in the Bronx with what's next for the Bombers.
The Yankees have not qualified for a World Series since 2009, the last time they won a World Series. And if you trace back all of their October failures since then, starting in 2010 with a 6-game loss to the Texas Rangers and continuing on through 2022 when they were swept by the Astros in the ALCS, there's been one common denominator, and that is a lack of hitting from what has been pretty powerful offenses through the years that just haven't come through consistently in the postseason. And the Yankees' loss in Game 2 of this division series against the Royals was directly related to that 4-2 setback to Kansas City. And the Yankees 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position in the game, 8 stranded. The first 2 games of the series, 3 for 19 with runners in scoring position, with 19 stranded on base. And Aaron Judge, as good as he has been throughout his Yankees career, and you could say he's on a Hall of Fame trajectory, he just has not had a lot of great Octobers, and he's off, and it is just a 2-game sample size to this point, but not off to a great start in this series. Just 1 single, an infield hit, which came in the Game 2 loss to Kansas City. He has not been the factor that he was in the regular season, certainly when he hit 58 home runs, and he didn't get any help, really, from the rest of the lineup. Jazz Chisholm Jr. hit a home run in the 9th inning to spark the Yankees, at least get them within 2 runs, but they went quietly after that, with the exception of a John Birdie 2-out single, and then Gleyber Torres before is grounded out to end the game. And now the Yankees, they are no longer guaranteed to have another home game at Yankee Stadium this year. They're going to have to win at least one game in Kansas City in what will be a very, very difficult environment. But they do have one of their better pitchers going in Game 3 in Clark Schmidt. But all of a sudden, a series that looked as though it might be easy for the Yankees has turned into anything but. And again, you trace it back to their lack of consistent hitting. Reporting from Yankee Stadium, this is Eric Boland for Newsday TV.
The Mets are getting ready to host the Phillies in Game 3 of the NLCS tonight at Citi Field. The series is tied at a game apiece.
I always have faith on the guys, on the players. We continue to believe, and we took it one day at a time, one series at a time, and that's what we will continue to do. And here we are, back in Citi Field, and with a tremendous opportunity to win a series and keep going.
You can read more about the Mets and the Yankees playoff runs on Newsday.com. Just click Get More below the Newsday TV video box on our homepage. A Southampton boutique hitting the runway at New York Fashion Week. Jasmine Anderson has the story you'll see only in Newsday.
If you are driving down Job's Lane in Southampton, you've seen the name Ese Ezenabor. The designer behind the self-titled store has worked overtime to bring her ready-to-wear fashion line to the Hamptons.
We'll take over the bridal industry. As a black woman in this industry, we're not a lot of us. So I definitely want to dominate that.
Her signature beading, floral embroidery, even hand-painted designs are on display inside the storefront.
Every piece designed to inspire women of all backgrounds has gone beyond the sale floor to the runway for New York Fashion Week.
Okay, yeah, feel good.
There was organized chaos behind the catwalk.
Why am I just seeing all of this threads?
Estee had her hands full putting the final touches on her creations before the model strutted down the runway at Rockefeller Center overlooking St. Patrick's Cathedral.
I really wanted my clothing to really show how beautiful the world can be. Our goal is to show art, yes, but make you feel empowered and confident while wearing art.
Her new ready-to-wear collection turned heads.
The show was all off the chain, baby. There was like 3 or 4. I was like, yes, yes.
From Hollywood actress Vivica A. Fox.
I believe in supporting women, especially my women of color. And this is what it's all about, to see these beautiful ladies in all different shades here to support her.
To Long Island native and businesswoman Tisha Collette.
It was fun. I was a little nervous in the beginning, but it ended up being great. It was a great experience. She's fantastic.
I've been doing this since I was 8 years old. I learned from just taking apart dresses, putting them together, understanding fabric.
The self-taught designer financed her own haute couture bridal and evening wear collections inspired by vintage, African, and contemporary European influences. And her vision continues to flourish, but there are still some unchecked boxes on her wish list.
Is there anyone that you haven't designed for yet that you're hoping to design for?
Beyonce.
And much like the Queen Bee, she has been creating her own lane with the real muse of her fashion empire, her 5-year-old daughter.
Nothing comes for free. I worked very hard to be where I am today, and I want her to see that hard work, because hopefully, by the grace of God, she takes on this one day.
Jasmine Anderson, Newsday TV.
See more exclusive stories like this on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Checking out your hyperlocal Tuesday weather. A chilly start to your day out there. Here is your day planner. Things are warming up. Sunny today, highs around 68 degrees. Tomorrow, another mostly sunny and cool day with highs around 67. And here's a look at your 7-day forecast. Lots of sun ahead with temperatures rising over the weekend.
Long Island weather is brought to you by PTRC.
I'm Jill Wagner. Thanks for watching.